Hello, hello, and welcome. What if you could wake up every day feeling vibrant, energized, and deeply connected to your body's ability to heal and to create life? That's exactly what we're going to dive into today because thriving health, energy, and fertility aren't just possible for you, they're your birthright. So before we dive in, let me share a little bit about why I'm here. In case we haven't met yet, hi, I'm Denise Erez. I'm a coach, a neuroencoding specialist, an acupuncturist, a functional nutritionist, and lovingly known as the Fertility Godmother. And I've spent over 20 years, over 2 decades, helping women just like you unlock their body's natural ability to thrive. Whether that's been balancing hormones or boosting energy, or preparing for the journey to motherhood. And what I've learned is this: the answers aren't as complicated as we've been led to believe. So today, I'm here to simplify it all for you, to give you the tools, the clarity, and the confidence to take back control of your health and fertility. So here's what you can expect from our time together. You'll learn the 6 fundamentals of thriving health, energy, and fertility. You'll discover how to create vibrant energy at a cellular level and why that's the key to balancing your hormones and boosting fertility. You'll walk away with simple, actionable steps you can start using today to feel better, think clearer, and create a body that is ready to bring life forward. This really isn't about quick fixes or overwhelming information. It's about giving you a foundation to thrive, not just for a season, but for a lifetime. Take a moment to reflect. What does it mean to you to be healthy? Because when we understand this, everything else starts to make sense. So these are the basics. They're so simple, yet they're so powerful that when you actually apply them, your life will never be the same. So my outcome for you isn't just to live longer, it's that you thrive, that you wake up with energy, clarity, and joy. And maybe you'll even discover levels of vitality you didn't know were possible for you. So before we dive in, I want to be clear. I'm not here to replace your physician. So I want you to think of this as a fresh perspective, a second opinion, and an invitation to take responsibility for your own health. So what would it feel like to wake up every day with vibrant energy, feeling clear, calm, and ready to take on the world or even the day? Maybe some of us need to just start with the day. Let's take it on. What would that feel like? What would that look like? What would you have to tell yourself? I want you to hold on to that thought because that's exactly what we're going to explore today. So wherever you are right now, this is your starting point, right? The best time to start is now. And there's that old Chinese proverb you may have heard. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago, and the second best time is today. So it's never too late. We can't go back and change the past, but we can change what we do now. So whether you want to lose weight, balance your hormones, boost fertility, build muscle, or simply just feel better, your body responds to what you do from this moment forward. So yes, we can't change the past. We can change how we feel about our past, and we can change what we do right now. Every moment we have a choice to change what we do. So I want you to take a moment to reflect. What's one small change that you've been putting off that could make a big difference in how you feel? This is your starting point. And here's the truth. Willpower, it doesn't get us very far. It's like trying to run that marathon on fumes, right? It's going to burn out quickly. But what you need instead is do power. So what that means is conditioning yourself so that you consistently do what you already know to do. Do power is the conditioning yourself so that you consistently do what you already know to do. So think of it like brushing your teeth. You don't debate it every morning. You don't need that motivation. It's simply what you do. And that's the level of conditioning that we're after. So ask yourself this: what's one habit that you can turn into a non-negotiable, like brushing your teeth? If there's one thing I want you to remember, it's this: health isn't complicated. Yes, there are thousands of books and diets and programs out there, but the foundation is simple, and simple is powerful. And I believe in annihilating complexity, because simple, that's what gets done, right? If we make it too complicated, we don't do it. So simple gets done. It's kind of like your body's like a car. You don't necessarily need to know how the engine works to drive it, but you do need to know how to put the key in, where the gas pedal and the brakes are, maybe how to fill the tank up, maybe some basic maintenances. And that's really how your health works, right? It's the same way. So focus on the basics, and your body knows how to do the rest. Your body always wants to heal. So it's important your body is always working to protect and restore you. You've seen it before. You've cut your finger and your body immediately starts the healing process. It's pretty amazing. If you catch a cold or a virus, right, your immune system leaps into action. And even when your symptoms feel like your body's working against you, maybe you have fatigue, maybe you have inflammation or irregular menstrual cycles, or maybe even an autoimmune condition, what's really happening is your body is fighting for balance. Think of it like a thermostat. Your body is constantly adjusting the temperature of your health, trying to bring you back to balance. Take a moment to think about this. What's one way your body has been trying to communicate with you lately? Maybe it's fatigue, maybe it's cravings, maybe it's mood swings. Write it down. It's a clue. What's one way your body has been trying to communicate with you lately? So health is energy. Let's define health in the simplest way. Health is an abundance of energy. It's not just the get through the day kind of energy, but vibrant, consistent, wake up and ready to live energy. Because when you have energy, your hormones balance more easily. Your cells repair and reproduce properly. Your fertility, your mood, and resilience all increase. Your body's like your phone, right? If we don't charge it, it's going to shut down. And if you are running too many apps at once, the battery is going to drain really quickly. But if you keep it charged and cared for, it functions beautifully. But let's go a little deeper. Where does that energy actually come from? It's not just coffee. It's not just sleep. It's not a quick fix. It's not always just food, right? True energy comes from deep inside your cells. Every single cell in your body are like these tiny powerhouses that have three critical jobs: to reproduce itself, so you can heal, grow, and renew; to create compounds like hormones, enzymes, and neurotransmitters that keep your body balanced; and to produce energy, your life force, in the form of ATP. ATP stands for adenosine triphosphate. And ATP is the ultimate spark plug for your body. It's the fuel that powers everything: your heartbeat, your digestion, your brain function, your hormones, and yes, your fertility. And without ATP, nothing moves forward. So when cells do these three things well, that's when you have health. When they slow down, that's aging. If they replicate too fast, disease. So when they slow down and they replicate too fast, problems start to show up. Think of yourselves like a fireplace. Food is the wood, water is the airflow, but oxygen is the match. And without the match, the fire never lights. But with it, your cells burn, creating energy efficiently, and that's ATP in action. But here's the thing: if your cells don't get enough oxygen, enough nutrients, or waste builds up, the ability to make ATP drops. And when ATP drops, you feel it: fatigue, slower healing, hormone imbalances, brain fog, stress, and yes, struggles with fertility. So let's go ahead and connect this to fertility, because this is where it gets fascinating. Your eggs, your future baby, are packed with mitochondria, the tiny engines inside the cells that produce ATP. I don't know if you remember back from biology, but your eggs have more mitochondria than most any other cell in your body. In fact, to give you an example, a muscle cell will have about 10,000 of these mitochondria, and an egg cell has over 100,000 mitochondria in the body. Why? Because they need massive amounts of energy to grow, to fertilize, and to develop into a healthy embryo. So when your body is producing energy efficiently, you're not just fueling your day, you're fueling your fertility. You're literally charging the batteries of these very cells that hold the potential for life. And that's why energy is health. And when we protect and optimize how our cells function, we're not just giving ourselves the best chances to thrive in life, we're giving ourselves the best chance to create life. So now that we've explored how health equals energy and how your cells create that energy, let's talk about what drives those cells, what actually tells them how to function. And that's your psychology. Your psychology is simply the conscious and unconscious thoughts you think about yourself, others, and the world around you, our environment. But here's the thing, the most powerful thoughts are the ones you think about yourself. Why? Because every thought you have sends a chemical signal to your body. A stressful thought sends cortisol and adrenaline and tells your body, danger, conserve energy, survive. And on the other hand, a calm or hopeful thought sends dopamine, oxytocin, and endorphins, which tell your body you're safe, you can heal, create, thrive. Think of your thoughts like this text messages to your body. Every moment you're sending one or two messages, danger, shut it down, or safe, grow, and create. Let's try this together. Think of a stressful thought that you've been carrying, something that's been weighing on you, or maybe something you've experienced recently, and notice how you feel. How are your shoulders, your chest, your stomach, your breathing? It's tight, right? Now replace it with this. Replace that thought with something positive, something more resourceful. I am safe. My body knows how to heal. And once you replace that thought, I want you to take a deep breath in, smile, and squeeze your fist and say yes. Can you feel the shift? That's your psychology literally changing your physiology in real time. And here's where this ties directly into your fertility. When your body is stuck in that stress breathing, which we're going to go into next time, and survival mode, it diverts energy away from reproduction. It's like your body is saying, now isn't the time. But when your psychology shifts into safety and hope, your body hears, this is a fertile environment. It's safe to grow life. So your psychology isn't just about mindset. It's the thermostat that sets the climate for your health, your energy, and your fertility. And when you align your thoughts with safety, healing, and creation, you're literally creating the conditions for life to thrive. So now let's connect this idea of energy to fertility, because this is where it gets really powerful. When I say health equals energy, I don't mean feeling awake in the morning. I mean that deep cellular energy that fuels every single process in your body, including reproduction. Your hormones run on energy. If your cells are well fueled, your body can keep your reproductive system balanced. But if energy is low, your body shifts into survival mode and it dims the fertility. It's kind of like turning down the lights in your home to save power. Your eggs run on energy. Inside every egg are these tiny batteries called mitochondria we just talked about. And they're what give that egg the spark it needs for fertilization and early embryo growth. And the more charged that those batteries are, the stronger the spark. Your emotions run on energy. When your energy is strong, you feel more hopeful, more resilient. And when it's drained, everything feels harder and stress takes a bigger toll, right? So here's something important to understand. Fertility isn't just about your reproductive organs. It's about your whole system. Your body is always scanning your environment, asking, do I have enough energy to create and sustain life? Imagine your body is like a garden. If the soil is depleted, the seeds can't grow. But when the soil is rich and nourished, life flourishes. Energy is the soil, and the fertility is the seed. When your body feels safe, nourished, and supported, it shifts out of survival mode and into creation mode. And that's why we're talking about this today. The fundamentals of energy are the fundamentals of fertility. So let me ask you this. What would it feel like to know your body is fully supported and ready to bring life forward? That's the goal. And it starts with giving your body what it needs to thrive at the deepest level. So, what does it take for your cells to thrive? It comes down to these 6 beautiful, simple fundamentals. And I want you to actually memorize this poem. The air we breathe, the water we drink, the foods we eat, the thoughts we think, the moves we make, and the words we speak. These 6 are the switches that charge your internal batteries. And when you tend to them, your body has what it needs to repair, restore, and thrive. None of this is rocket science, but it's the basics that create the transformation. Instead of asking, will this work for me? Ask yourself, am I willing to give my body what it already knows how to use to heal? Because that's the choice, and it starts today. Thank you so much for being here. I'm excited for what's ahead for you.